Right, welcome everyone to this liver meridian class where we are going to deal with our anger and access kindness and understand our anger, that it is coming from, where is it coming from, and how we can balance it out, well, with kindness. But first, let's come into our first pose, which is the hero pose, where you just sit back on your heels. If this is not available for you, or it's a little bit challenging, then a block or a bolster or folded blanket under the hips can be used to provide comfort and support. So from here, as we sit here, close your eyes. Now use an internal mantra sequenced to the breath. As you breathe in, I am now aware. As you breathe out, letting go of emotions that do not serve me. Inhale, I am now aware. Exhale, letting go of emotions that do not serve me. I am now aware, letting go of emotions that do not serve me. So this practice will focus on the liver meridian, associated with both anger and kindness. When chi is blocked along the liver meridian, anger, irritability, and frustration can arise. The opposite of anger is kindness. If we can understand that we are not our anger, that it is a temporary response to a situation we cannot change, then we can live with our anger and kindness can emerge. So now we breathe in. Our mantra is, I am now aware. Breathe out, letting go of emotions that do not serve me. Do this for 5 more times, 5 more breaths. And then slowly come out, but we don't come out totally. We go into our next pose, toe squat. So we will, obviously this is a hard pose. We'll only stay here for 2 minutes, which is quite hard if you have not done it. So you are sitting on your toes as they are tucked under. Rest your weight on the balls of the feet. If this is too intense, you can always just come up a little bit until you feel ready to go back and sit back. So let's do a little bit longer now. So altogether 2 minutes. Sometimes if you need, you can just come out. If it's too painful, come out of the pose. Or just lift your weight up a little bit and then go back. Or you can even just put your weight a little bit to the hands. That's also a good idea. So not all the weight is on your feet. So the benefits are it opens the feet and toes and strengthens the ankles. And of course, it opens the liver meridian, stretches the liver meridian. A little bit more. I know it's hard for me too. So I come forward a little bit. So it's not too much weight. Feel that stretching in the feet. Okay, let's have 3 more breaths. Last one. And now we all come forward and tap the toes, the feet. So our next one is ankle stretch, actually. So in this one, you will stretch your feet backwards. And if you can, then a little bit lift your knees. And just stay there. You can also a little bit back bend, so your heart towards the ceiling. And then we come out slowly, come forward. And from here, we're gonna step forward with one foot. And then the other. And come into the forward bend, which is now called in Yin Yoga dangling. So first, let's just come down into forward bend. Dangling, it will be for 3 minutes. So you need to really let go of your neck, shoulders, arms, bend your knees if they need to be bent. And you can also grab your elbows, stay there, or you can put your elbows on your knees like this and stay like this. Dangling is a really beautiful pose. It stimulates the urinary bladder and liver meridians. Keep the knees soft. To deepen the sensation in the lower back or hamstrings, try reaching behind the legs to clasp the wrists or forearms. So feet are about hip width distance. We are about halfway. Keep breathing. One minute remaining. Five more breaths. 4, 3, 2. And then from here, we open the feet wider. We come down to squat. For 2 minutes, we will stay in squat. So here it is again, really nicely opening the liver meridians. And it's very good. It's a very good counter pose for the dangling. So the knees go apart with our elbows pushing apart. If the heels don't touch the floor, that's fine. We can put something under the heels, like a blanket. So lifting the heart and the gaze. You can close your eyes then. Breathing. Very, very beneficial pose. So let's have 3 more breaths here. And then come back down, sit down, and windscreen wipers. From here, we're gonna go into our next pose, is child's pose. Stretch out your legs. So we'll just relax in the child's pose for 1 minute. So coming up and move into child's pose. Stretching out your arms a little bit, but then relax. And then from here, we're gonna come into tadpole, which is wide-legged child's pose. So just opening the knees, keeping the hips down, and this time again forward. Now we stay here for 2 minutes. So trying to reach forward and breathe. Keeping your spine long now. And from here, we just move a little bit up with the hips. Keep your arms again straight, so you need to move your hands forward and come into this half frog. So we are still keeping the feet together, but we are a little bit higher, feeling the hips maybe starting to open. Breathe. So this is half frog. And then if you are comfortable, you can go into full frog from here. When you are comfortable and ready, you can use a cushion under your hips and then open your feet also out to the side and come into full frog. So here we can stay as long as 3 minutes, but whenever you feel that's enough, 2 minutes at least, if not 3, stay as long as you feel is okay to bear. It's not a very easy pose. So keeping your knees sliding out. One more minute here, for sure. Keep it for 1 more minute, maybe a little bit longer. Last 5 breaths. 5. Last one. And slowly coming out, you can move forward and then back. So moving forward means lowering your hips down and then push back into child's pose just for a minute. And feel your hips. So from here, we're gonna come up and stretch out in the downward facing dog. So come and stretch. And hold. Great, and then we're gonna come into sleeping swan. So we bring the left knee between the hands and then slowly coming down and coming into the sleeping swan. Allow the pelvis to sink down. You can use a blanket under the hip for support. Three minutes. Make sure you are pushing your right leg back behind you. It's nice and straight and active. And then let go. Two more minutes. Relaxing the face and the breath. One more minute. Last 3 breaths. And last one. From here, there will be 1 minute of counter pose in downward facing dog. So again, just pedal first. Feel the difference between sides and hold. Just breathe. One more deep breath. And then taking your right knee forward into the pigeon or swan. In yin yoga, we say swan. Okay, so 3 minutes. Stay for 1 more minute. And from this sleeping swan, slowly push yourself up and then back into downward facing dog. Paddle out. And we're gonna again hold it for 1 minute. Very good. So from here, we're gonna go and do some dragon poses, dragon cycle. In yin yoga, we call these lunges, where one leg is forward. They are called dragon. Breathe. For now, just one more deep breath. And then drop your knees and take your left foot forward. Again, so first we will stay in the baby dragon, which is where you drop your knee. And if you have short arms like me, then you can use blocks under your hands, because we want to keep ourselves relatively high, like lifting the heart and hands down. And we want to keep the knee just above the ankle and just look forward in this position for 1 minute. Just getting a little warm up for the hip flexor. Three more breaths. One, and then we're gonna lift up. So flying dragon. So come and lift up like this. And now stay here for 2 minutes. So if whenever you feel, oh my God, this is too much, just go back down on your hands and stay in baby dragon. We are stressing the hip flexors, the front of the thigh muscles a lot here. So you might feel this is too much. You want to keep your knee a little bit closer. Then it's fine. You can also put something under your knee. Very good. Lifting the heart. 1 more minute. You can do it. Three more breaths. And from here, we're going to come down all the way, bringing the left foot a little bit out, because both arms will be in the middle next to each other. And then you can also lower your arms down. So I'm using a block under the hands, but you don't have to. If you feel you can go all the way, that's fine. And come down. Really nice opening. Now it's a little bit more intense. Quite a bit more intense. So stay here. One more minute here. 3 more breaths. And then slowly push up, but not all the way, keeping your right hand down and the left hand on your knee, pushing the knee away. Okay, so opening a little bit more now to the other side as well. So the knee side, but not too much. So don't push too much. Just feel that little bit twist. So the right hand staying down and the left hand is on your left knee. And then looking up on that side, trying to a little bit twist. Not long now, 2 more breaths. 1, and then release, come back. Well done. Sit back down. Just sitting in hero. Just sitting down, feel, and then come down to child's pose, yes. And feel your hip flexors. Resting here before we do the other side. Great. Now, are we ready? Yes. So from here, we just push up again into downward facing dog. Pedal. After this one, we're gonna have just nice relaxing poses. So taking your right foot forward, first either with a block or hands down, coming into the baby dragon. So the other leg is forward now. Looking forward. Just 1 minute. Feeling into this left hip flexor this time. And then slowly coming up into flying dragon. So hands on your knees, lifting the heart and breathe. One more minute. Just feeling the stress you are creating on your hips. Very good. Not long. 3 more. 2. And drop your hands down. And then bringing the right foot out to the side. We can come down on our front. Moving a little bit forward with the hips. Opening out. and stay here. Winged dragon. One more minute. Last 3 breaths. 2. Last one. Slowly coming up to do the twisted dragon. So the right hand goes onto the knee, left hand stays down, and a little twist in the spine, looking up. If this is not easy, just do whatever is available, like just coming back. So 3 more breaths here. 2. And release. Well done. You have done a lot now into your downward facing dog. And then just stretch out. Stay here. Press your hands. Stay. Push your hips up. And then slowly come into child's pose. Feel your hip flexors, relax them. And our next pose is a reclining twist. Okay, so lying down on your back, hug your knees, and the reclining twist can be done in variations, many types of variations. So you can do it with your knees, both knees bent and going to the side, or just one knee bent, the top knee, or none of them bent. So there are many variations. So whichever you choose. Now we go to the left first. So either going with both knees. So this is one way, or left leg stretched, right knee on top. This is the other way. You can also have this leg stretched out. So this is another way. whichever you feel comfortable and want to do, but we want to have one way of doing it because we want to stay 4 minutes here on one side. So whichever you choose, stay. Three minutes. One and a half minute. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Bring your legs back and circle your knees together. Nice, gentle circles. Both ways. And then drop your knees to your right, or one leg is bent, or both legs are straight, whichever type. And breathe 4 minutes. 3 minutes remaining. Two minutes. And last minute. And slowly come back. Hug your knees. Rock from side to side. And now we're going to have our Shavasana, our relaxation. You can put a bolster under your knees and just relax. I will read a little meditation script. And relax here. You are on a high cliff top, sparse vegetation and dry dirt around you, surrounded by a vast, expansive, open sky. You have a small iron cauldron in front of you. As you stand, you are filling the cauldron with pieces of you. From inside your heart, the pain, the fear, the hate, the tears, the anger, and the sorrow, whatever troubles you, all of it is taken from your body, and you feel it leaving you as it enters the cauldron. You pick up the cauldron by its handle with both hands and swing it around your body. You feel the muscles of your back arch and the toes of your feet dig into the ground as you fling the cauldron over the side of the cliff with all of your might. You let out an almighty yell as the liquid that was in the cauldron disperses and separates into 10 million tiny droplets that spread far out into the sky until they are completely gone. You feel a sensation of weight lifted from your heart. You feel light and happy. You smile as suddenly you are under a waterfall and the water hammers down upon you, cleaning you inside and filling up your heart with joy. So now I'm just going to leave you for 4 minutes. So I won't be talking for 4 minutes. Very nice. And slowly we come back. Move your fingers and toes. And eventually come and sit up. When you are ready. Yes, not too quick. We're going to close with the Om and Shanti. Inhale. Om. Shanti. 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 Thank you for coming and attending my class. Namaste.